Hello, I'm Midget Miner and welcome to Survival Episode 2. Now, last episode we actually didn't do any mining because of obviously the fact that we struck diamonds straight away and then we found the lava pool, so there's absolutely no need. But I would actually like to do a bit today, so for the first part of this episode we're going to jump straight into a strip mining time lapse. Let's go! I think this world might be 50% lava, because already I've come across 3 random caves of lava, this being the 3rd, and they just go on forever, and they're so much bigger than any I've ever seen. This is really cool. Right, I'm going to get back into the time lapse and start mining these resources. I very nearly didn't explore this cave, and I'm so glad I did. I am so glad I did, even if it's just a 1 vein. Although, please don't be a 1 vein. Come on. Is it really a 1 vein? I hope it's not. Oh, phew. I thought it was going to be a 1 vein. Right, a 2 vein. Okay. 3. Yep, 3. 4. 4? There's more. It's a weird shaped vein. Alright. I think that's 5. It's hard to count because of the shape. 1, 2, 3. No, it's 4, yeah. Alright, that's good. I strip mined for a long time and thought I wasn't going to find any diamonds, even though I got 36 iron. But we have 4 now. We have 4 in the bag. I think we're going to stop mining now because we've got a pretty decent amount of resources. I was really just waiting until I got some diamonds. We've got a lot of iron. We've got some diamonds. We've got some redstone. That's about it. There is another vein of lapis just over there. Okay, so it's a really big cave with lots of gold. We're definitely going to come back here for some gold because I can already see 3 veins, which is really good. But yeah, like I say, we're going to leave the mining there, head back up to the top and get some stuff done. Now, diamonds aside, there is something I'd like to get done that involves this side of the island. So I've scrapped the idea for a little room here, because what I would like to do this episode is get a villager trading hall done. And I'm not going to sort out a villager breeder because they're the most annoying things. I will later on in the series, when I've got more time and I've got more gear. But for now, I think there's 2 villagers, so I'm just going to have a librarian and a farmer villager. This is going to be my farm, and I just want to set up a small building where I can keep them. So I'm going to bring them down here from the village, because it's so helpful that it's right there, in boats, across the river, and then I'm going to make a little entrance here. And I was thinking it could be, so maybe 2 high on the surface, but it could go under. So there could just, because we haven't got actually much space on this island, there could just be a small building with a staircase down to the area where we're going to be trading the villagers. So I'm going to make that now, and then we'll ship the villagers over. We have 1 villager in a boat, and this guy is going to be our librarian since he doesn't have a job yet. I'm having a bit of trouble finding the last villager, and he was definitely here somewhere. I'm not sure how, but our illager friends have returned, and I think I know where the last villager has gone. Our villager is just over there. If I hit one of them, will it start a raid? Can I not just trap them in a hole like last time? Okay, that's both of them in a hole. I think our final villager may be no longer with us, which is really annoying because we can't make a breeder, and we only have 1. We only have 1, so we've got to make do with 1, and I think it might have to be a farmer. possibly a librarian. It depends what the trades are. It all depends on the trades are. Let's get him back first. We've got our villager into his little home for the next, well, for the next long time actually. I'm not planning on moving them into a bigger trading hall until I find another village, really, because there's no point just having one villager in a trading hall. Now, I think some of this wheat is ready, which reminds me, I got these leads from this wandering trader, and I'd really like to set up an animal farm, specifically a cow farm, because this guy needs a lectern, and for lectern you need leather and you need more books, and it'll be helpful for our bookshelves anyway. So I'm going to head out, find some cows, and also I need one more sugarcane to replant because I totally forgot that I was supposed to replant it, made it all into paper, so I'm going to head out and find some cows and sugarcane. We have 1 cow. Nice, we got 2, right. Bring on the breeding. We'll leave those 2 to do their thing, the parrots and the bats. Very nice. In the meantime, we need to get a sugarcane farm on the edge of this island. I'm just going to put down a sand banking around the island for the sugarcane, just because I think it looks a lot nicer. We'll leave that to grow. We should now have 3 cows. Let's see, is it time? It's not yet time for more cows. Oh, I just wasted one. Oops. But I would say that went pretty well. We've so far had a fairly productive episode, actually. We've got lots of resources. We've managed to start a sugarcane and a cow farm, and we've even got our villager. I think what we're going to do next is leave all our good stuff in this chest, or just all our stuff really. We are going to take, though, a stack and a bit of cobble, and also a bit of food. And we're going to head back into the nether and just go on a single mission to try and find the coordinates of the nether fortress. A nice welcome from the local mobs. I'm just going to have to avoid them. I've totally underestimated how much cobble I would need. I really just want a glimpse. A glimpse. So I'm going to get the screenshot button open. I'm going to jump, take several screenshots, and then inspect them. Okay, let's see what we've got. So, warp forest with a bit of basalt biome clinging to the side. And then just to the right of that, oh, that's really good news actually, I can see, in fact, it looks like there might be some sort of pillared structure in the very background, but it's a bit hard to make out. But there is definitely a normal nether biome just down there, so when we get back on, we're going to try and bridge across down there to make a pathway. In we go. And this is very precarious. I probably shouldn't have brought a diamond pick. In fact, I should definitely have just brought my iron pick, but it's too late now. And the good thing is, from here we can mine. Okay, here we go. The warp forest is just over there. We made it out of my least favourite nether biome ever into this very, very small warped forest. Is there nothing beneath here? I do hope this isn't it. Oh no, good. Right, okay. There we go. Now what I'm really trying to get to is the normal biome. Might as well try and make a bit of gold armour in case we run into a crimson biome. Do we have a way back? Right, we need to remember these coordinates before we go any further. Oh yes, alright, we've got enough for some boots. I've never been so glad to see a nether waste biome. Right, let's head over there. This is really when you don't want to make a mistake or run out of blocks. I don't think I'm going to make it. Do I have any other blocks? Oh, it's alright, I have quite a few. There is no way I'm risking that jump. I could really do with some food. I've run into another basalt biome, which is not helpful. I'm about to lose the ability to sprint and get back. This has just been miserable. I might head back. Well, there's always the quick way back. I am very glad of our many, many resources. That did not go well at all. I think for now, I'm just going to leave the nether. I'm fed up with the nether. And I'm going to focus on other things, like planting berries, for example. Lots berries. I've been doing a bit of thinking, okay? And I've been thinking that this guy down here beneath my feet needs a proper house. He needs a proper house. Mind if I drop in? So what we're going to do is we're going to neaten this place up with a similar theme to our house up there. We've got plenty of wood to do it. And make a proper entrance as well, but make one that's mob proof, so with a door, for example, because this is not on difficult mode. Nope. Alright, yeah. That reminds me, we need a lectern. But anyway, first. And I think we're going to time-lapse it as well. The second time-lapse this episode, in a quite short space of time. Let's go. There we go, just down here, as I've labelled on this nice sign, is the villager. I've gone for, with this tiny little box, I mean the theme doesn't really matter, but it's kind of copying that with the slab roof and the skinned spruce logs. And then just down here is the room that I've made. There's not really much to show. I even had to use a cobblestone floor, and there's no roof, because I built it at the wrong height. But at least this guy has a nice place to live now, and it doesn't look like some sort of bunker from World War II. I might try and sort out a ceiling. So if I was to place it here somehow, then I could put spruce under it. We'll work that out later, but our sugarcane farm is chugging along nicely. But what's chugging along even faster than that, I don't know why I did a berry farm. I mean, berries are not the most useful source of food, but in fact we should probably make pathways in between. They're not the most useful source of food, but they're very quick to grow. So whilst I've been building that house, nearly all of them have grown. What I'd really like to do next is find a village. I really need to find another village, and I think, I mean, the amount of time lapses is getting a bit out of hand. That's 3 and we're only halfway through. I think we're going to jump into a time lapse of searching for a village. Let's go. I've been searching for a village for a long time. Too long a time. And all I've managed to find is that I've gone round in a circle and all the way back to the village where the villager came from, which is not at all helpful. It's useless. So we're going to head back to base and decide what we're going to do about our villager problem. Well, sir, you are officially the villager. There are no other villagers but you. You live up to your name. I think it's time to enchant at least one of our tools, even if it is an iron one, which means that sadly one of these cows has got to go. You are the cow, and good, he gave me 1 leather. Alright, so we've got 3 leather, we've got the sugarcane just outside. We're going to make a bookshelf and then see what sort of enchants we get. Probably rubbish ones, to be honest, but we need to do some enchanting. We totally don't have enough sugarcane, so we're going to have to wait for that to grow, which is going to take a while. That seems to be the story of my entire episodes. Like, hardcore, wait for the sugarcane to grow. Survival, wait for the sugarcane to grow. One thing I've noticed, I think I've been messing around on a 1.12 world and a 1.0 world, which is like the first release. I think it's been messing with my eyes a bit. Does this look normal to you? Does this world, does that stone banking look like a normal 1.16.5 world? Does this path? I don't know, there's just, to me now, it seems to look 1.12. That might just be me though. What I'd like to do next is make a small room just underneath the floor here, which is going to be annoyingly a slab high. And we're going to have a crafting table poking through the roof just so we have a place to put our enchanting table, because I'm not sure about it just being left outside. It's definitely not a very nice looking room. It's even got a stairway running right through the middle of it, and it's 2.5 blocks high, and it's got a crafting table. Okay, there's lots of things wrong with it, but it'll do. We're not going to decorate that now. Instead, I have a little idea of what I'd like to do. The next thing I'd like to do is grab some obsidian and head in that direction for a long time, because I've decided there's no other way to sort out the nether issue without setting up a kind of nether hub so that we get spread out around the nether. And I'd also really like to find a desert, because my idea for the hardcore base, as I mentioned, had a lot of sand involved, and we're going to carry that design across to this series. So we're going to try and find a desert with plenty of sand, and we're also going to set up a portal elsewhere so we don't have the issue of being stuck in a basalt biome. I think somewhere in the process of me exploring 1.12 worlds, my shift changed to being where you have to hold it down, whereas normally I just have to click it. And yeah, it's the end for a lot of stuff. It's the end for a lot of iron and a diamond pickaxe. Which totally ruins the plans I had, because there's no way I'm going to be able to get a portal. Alright, here we go. This is what I look like now. I've got my little leather hat, my nearly broken stone axe. I even lost all my cobblestone, which is really annoying. But yeah, even the lighting, it just makes me think of 1.12, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Did any of our stuff survive? No. Nearly fell in again. Right, in fact, you know what, I'm changing that shift right now. Okay, I feel safer now. Yeah, I don't think there's much point coming down here. But we do have a diamond axe. At the end of the day, we've got a diamond axe. But we lost our diamond pickaxe, and we only have 1 diamond remaining. I'm kind of regretting making the diamond axe now, to be honest. Back up we go. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a bed with us, and we're just going to go searching for a desert and hope we find one. Gather a lot of sand with our right, we're going to make more shovels. Gather a lot of sand and then head back. I think, honestly, this episode's been quite boring. It's been quite boring. It's been a lot of exploring, it's been a lot of dying, it's been a lot of general floppiness. So, next episode, I'm going to try and find the fortress. I'm going to try and get all those diamonds back and make a new portal, so these episodes get slightly more interesting. Just because I don't want this episode to be loads of off-camera work, which it definitely hasn't been. Loads of off-camera work and not much content. We're gonna go for our 4th time lapse this episode, which is a bit crazy. It might be a world record, I don't know. We're gonna go for our 4th time lapse of me wandering around aimlessly, looking for a desert, and hopefully finding some good stuff. I mean, when you're exploring, you often come across maybe desert temples. You know, we could get some good stuff back. Let's go! I'm going to stop the time lapse there because we have found ourselves a treasure map, which is exciting. So we're going to go and find some treasure, and then we're going to look for a desert. We've already got quite a decent amount of sand from beaches and things, and we got some sandstone because we need that as well. But let's go find this treasure, and then we'll resume the episode. Look at that: 8 gold, 12 iron, 22 nuggets, a diamond, heart of the sea, lots of fish. That is so cool. Alright, we're going to press on to finding this desert. Here we are. We have finally, after a long search, reached the desert. I hope it's not a really small one, but now we know where we can get tons upon tons of this stuff. Sand. Now, what I'd like to do before we leave the treasure finding has got to me. I'm off to look for a desert temple or a village. A village would be really helpful. I'm not sure we'd be able to get the villager back, but I'm off to search this desert for treasures. Oh look, a lava pool, and there. Oh my goodness, I thought that was the end then. Yeah, and then we'll head back because we're quite a long way off. I am a spoon, and I'm not just any old spoon. I'm a mega spoon. In fact, that is going to be the title of this episode. Mega spoon. I am a spoon. Do you know what I've only gone and done? I've only gone and lost the coordinates to the base. And I could randomly head in that direction, but I think I'm probably better off staying where I am, in case that's not even the right direction. So I think we've officially lost our house, which isn't as bad as it might seem, but I'm a spoon. The only positive things I can think of are lava, ocean, because my base is actually going to be an ocean base. It's not going to be a it's not going to be an ocean monument base though, because I've seen hardcore worlds and all anyone ever does is an ocean base, but it does involve the ocean, and it also involves a lot of sand, which we have on our doorstep, so it's not actually as bad as it could be. But still, I like that house. We lost our cows, and I think the most tragic thing is the villager. We have lost the villager. We have just abandoned him in his little house, and that's a bit sad really. We no longer have a villager. We're going to have to start from scratch. Hopefully there's a village nearby with more than one villager, but yeah, we've spooned and we've lost the villager. Right, well, there go the last of our diamonds. This game is giving me a hard time. There go the last of our diamonds and our helmet. And our heart of the sea. Whenever things look up, they look down. I just got blown up by a creeper twice. There's a crazy cave down there, and I'm not going down there again until I'm geared up. But although we are homeless, diamondless and villagerless, we are not going to end on a bad note, because I've just been back down into that cave, and it turns out the reason it was so difficult is because there is in fact a skeleton spawner down there, which is really helpful, because one of the other things I was annoyed about losing was a spawner that was right next to our base in that village. So maybe this was a good thing. Maybe we'll get a good nether spawn right inside the fortress, and everything will go well next episode. But thanks for watching this episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. Leave a like and subscribe if you did, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.